Hi everyone, it's Robin. I have a tutorial that I want to share with you today. It's for this cute little Instagram inspired card. It measures 4 1/4 inch square and it came together pretty quick, and I was excited about sharing it with you. I shared it on my blog several weeks back with promises that I was going to share a tutorial. So here is the tutorial. I hope you enjoy it and follow along with me. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and set this over here. I'm going to start off with a piece of 8 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 inch piece of crumb cake from Stampin' Up. I've gone ahead and scored that at 4 1/4, and I'm going to go ahead and burnish that here. And I have a corner rounder. I'm going to go ahead and corner round that with my favorite 1/2 inch corner chomper. Just to go ahead and round these corners off, because that's just what the inspiration of the Instagram card has right here, because those Instagram cameras are rounded like that. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I have this gorgeous grunge stamp set. When I first saw this card, or this stamp set in the Stampin' Up catalog, that I didn't like it at all. That it reminded me of like an accident scene with the blood splotches and the skid marks, the tire marks, but I have a lot of cards that I've created with that already. The next card tutorial I've already recorded, but I'm going to go ahead and post this one first. So anyway, what I was saying was I didn't like this stamp set, but it's really grown on me and it's actually become one of my very favorites. And I have created so many card samples. And one of these days I'm going to go ahead and show you all the cards, or maybe just go ahead and show you how to make them right here on my channel. So anyway, that is the stamp set that I'm using for this Instagram card. So I'm using this one here, and then this one that looks like tire marks. So again, this one down here, and then right here is the other one. And the ink that I'm using is crumb cake. So let me go ahead and ink up the one that looks like tire marks. And make sure I'm going to go ahead and turn this toward me. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp off. So stamp it once on my mat, and then stamp it right here on my card. Okay, and then I'm going to also use the skid mark looking one, and I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to stamp that right here over on the side. Almost on the whole length of the card, because this is a good size stamp. So, sorry about my arm going across the width of the screen here. Alright, so go ahead and stamp that one right here. It just adds a nice little dimension and texture to the card. Okay, so now it's just a bunch of layering. Well, there is one more little stamp, the smile. Okay, and get these out of the way. Okay, so now I have a piece of the soft suede that I've already used the corner chomper on, the 1/2 inch corner rounder. And this one measures 1 3/4 inches rather high by 4 1/4 inches wide. And let me go ahead and get my adhesive. I'm just going to mount that right up here at the top. Okay, turn this towards you guys now. And it's such a cute little card, and I love that it fits in a standard envelope. And this one, I thought of my daughter when I first made it, and she absolutely loves photography. And I showed it to her. I posted it on my Facebook, and she thought, oh, she was at college at the time, and she loved it, which, you know, I figured she would because of, you know, the whole camera thing. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and create these stripes, and these, they don't have to be any particular length, just long enough to say about 1 1/4 inches. You're going to tuck them under here, so let me go ahead and give you an exact measurements for those of you that like it. 1 1/2 inches at least. So I'm going to start off with the turquoise. This is Tempting Turquoise. These are 1/2 inch wide. So let me go ahead and get some adhesive on the back of here. I'm just going to run that along here, and then I like to use my grid paper. As you guys know that watch me, I really rely on this. So if you have any tools that you're wondering if you should get, this isn't really a tool, but this is something I would say is a must-have. You know, I'm going to move this over one more. I love my grid paper. Okay, so that's one. And the next one I'm going to use is this green color, like a wasabi or a moss colored. Okay, and I Actually, no, I taped that too long, but okay. So I'm just going to run that here. Okay, and then the soft suede, or So Saffron, soft suede, sorry about that. Okay, so the So Saffron goes next. Got the adhesive all over the place. And if I don't get these lined up, it really doesn't matter because we're going to cover that with the sentiment. Okay, alright, and then the real red is the last one. I'm going to go ahead and get some adhesive on that. Oops, I got that stuck down to my mat, flipped over on me. Okay. Just line that up, button that up against the side there. And I got a little adhesive here on the side, so let me just grab my adhesive remover and just get that off. Okay. And then I'm just going to flip my card over and then just trim off the excess. Okay. You can save these for another card or just discard them, but we won't be needing them for this card. Then just kind of round it over just to kind of give it a more finished look. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is stamp the sentiment, and then this is actually just a piece of Scrap Whisper White. Measures 1/2 inch by, the length doesn't matter. It should be at least a couple inches though, because we're going to go ahead and make the little flag. So we move this down and line this up. The stamp set that I'm using is called Fabulous Phrases, and I'm using the word smile right there. And I'll go ahead and I'm using the black ink. I'm going to stamp this facing me, guys, because I know I get it messed up. Okay. And then this side doesn't really matter because that we're going to tuck under the camera lens part. So I'm just going to snip that off with my paper snips. This side I'm going to shorten just a little bit. And then I'm going to create a little fishtail. Okay. Alright. Just going to add a little snail to that. So like I said, it just comes together. It's really cute and fun, and my daughter, like I said, she loved it. So let me see where I'm going to put this. I'm going to put it almost where this is flush with the bottom of here, but not quite. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Oops, that's not straight. Okay, down for the count. The next thing I'm going to do is this, you may be wondering, you could do this with a bunch of circle punches, but what this came from is the it's called Peekaboo Frames, and this is a large big die that Stampin' Up! Has, and these are the different ones that you get, and they each have, let me set it down so I can show you, they each have these little windows. I love it. I've used it for mini albums, and it's not only just you have to use it for this, you can actually layer over it, and it makes these cute little bracket shapes. Sorry if you can hear a bunch of racket upstairs. My family's playing, and the dogs you can hear, so just ignore that. They're just having fun being family, which I love. So the scallop square has a little window. They all just have these little peekaboos. You can use them for so many different things. This one's a little porthole looking thing. This is the one we're using. And then this little square. So, and I will have all of these links down below. But so this is the one that we're using, and I've already, just to save time, already cut that. Okay, to get the biggest layer, I'm using the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Sorry, and I'm punching that out of the crumb cake. Okay, so that's just this first layer, and that we're going to pop up using dimensionals. So just about done. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, and then the next one is the soft suede, and this one we're going to just leave as is. Take out the little doohickey thingy, and then, but we're going to do. I did this one twice, so one in soft suede and one in black. But what we're going to do with the black is just cut the circle. So you can take it where the hinge part is and just snip that right off. And then you can save this for another project, but we won't be needing it for this one. Okay, sorry. And then we're going to just adhere this down right onto there using snail or Tombow or something. So let me go ahead and do that. And then you're going to need a white gel pen just to make the accents. So super adorable. Okay, so this isn't something you'd want to mass produce, by the way, if you haven't been able to tell. It's it's more of a act of love card, but it's super fun. Okay, so the next thing, you want to add adhesive, but you want to make sure just to put it around the ring. So this might be where you're, sorry about the squeaky chair. Every time I lean over to my little shelf thing, it makes a bunch of noise. That's just chair, if you know what I mean. Okay, so adding the Tombow. Okay, so the thing I like about the liquid glue is it gives you a few minutes of wiggle room. Okay, and then you still have the functional window once the glue sets. Okay, and then this this little hinge works, and you could stamp a little sentiment in there. You could punch out a little cute little photograph of someone and put that in there, and how cute would that be? Okay, so next I'm going to I should have waited on my dimensionals, but what I'm going to do is add a little accent. Just get my little gel pen, get my gel pen working. Okay, and that's all we're going to do there. And then I'm ready to take the liners off my dimensionals and stick that down. Okay, and let's see how far down I have that. You know, I need to turn this toward me. Sorry, guys. It's not going to look quite right because I still have to add the glittered heart. Glittered hearts always make everything better. But I do need to get it centered. Okay, and then the last thing, I just cut on my trimmer. It's 3/4 inches square, and then I used my 1/4 inch side of my corner chomper and just kind of fed it in there. So there's no rhyme or reason with, you know, there's no punch or anything that I had to do it. I just, like I said, just used my paper trimmer, and then I used my 1/2 inch circle punch and cut out a little circle. Okay, and then again got my white gel pen out and made a little mark on it, and then I'm going to pop that up on a dimensional, and then that's pretty much it except for our little glittered heart. And then I'm going to do the inside off camera because this video is long enough. My gel pen didn't dry. Just stick this in the center. Add a little bit of liquid glue to the back here. Okay. Okay, get your little glittered heart. I've already punched that out using the little heart punch. Put that right in the center. Oops. Of course, using liquid glue. Bummer. Okay, there you have it. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below and I will be sure and get back with you. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.